Okay, go ahead, walk in.
All right. Hailed action. Somebody walked into the room. Another slaver runs forward and tries to attack Falana. And he hits.
Saw it coming. Bring it. Actually, it's versus 16.
It still hits.
Damn.
Wait, why is there suddenly an orc? What?
He was waiting behind the doorway where nobody could see him.
Oh.
Actually, I kind of saw him. I just thought I beat the dead orc, so...
Yeah, and he'll do 6 damage. Well, he was holding an action until somebody walked into the room. So yeah, 6 damage.
That must be the orcs. That must be that one dead orc's brother.
I have a number of tokens for orcs, a number of tokens for dwarves, etc. So I'm just grabbing tokens out that look useful. Like that's part of the reason I also got all these just normal, like generic tokens, so I can just start using them in place of specific characters, since specific
JB.
characters will have a purpose. All right,
Since
so
you're not doing anything, can you tell me what the action speed is for Hypnotic Gaze off the wizard? It's a class feature.
I got my book open so I can check that. Hypnotic Gaze is...
I think it's bonus, but it could be standard.
Hypnotic Gaze as an action.
So now...
So wait, Falana,
Hold up.
Surina's failing at protecting the people again. God damn it!
All right, I'm going to take another 5 step, and I'm going to torture the dwarf by catching him on fire. And yes, I hate to say this, it is actually somewhat annoying when I have to browse through pages. I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah. All right.
I need to find a shortcut.
Yeah. I feel like I'm short a d20 or 2. All right, so firebolt, that will hit, and you're hitting the dwarf again.
Yep, the dwarf is going to be burning by the time I'm done.
All right, so you put your hand up, aiming at the dwarf, and send out a little firebolt, scorching at him. This time you catch him just on the ear, but you light his beard and his sideburns on fire as he quickly tries to pat them out. And his body's looking a lot more scorched at this point. There's still flames in his beard and everything else, despite his attempts to put them out. But that should be Falana's turn.
And as a bonus action, just to speak here, this is your last chance. Please surrender and release these slaves, or else.
Do I have their health shown up for you guys or not?
No.
No. Okay, that's how I want it to happen.
No, you don't. I don't think you've actually ever shown us their HP for good reason.
Yeah. All right. So then it's going to be Surina's turn.
She's going to beat the shit out of an orc. She's tired of this shit. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want to keep failing to protect. God damn it!
Just stab the orc. Just smack the orc.
Yep. All right. She's only doing 1d8 because she can't dual wield it right now. Wait, no. She drops the torch and then hits the orc with both hands.
All right. So she lifts the warhammer up with both hands as a torch drops to the ground and brings it down on the orc's head. The orc reels back as a massive blow runs through his body. Wow, does he have that much health? Must have. Wow. Reels through his body as the orc stumbles backwards. I should have made this. I keep underestimating the party. And
DMs always do that.
Yeah, one of these days I'm just going to make it too hard for you guys, and I'm like,
It's difficult to do. You have to learn how to actually calculate average party level when it comes to things.
I went by what they had for the system. They have a system for it, and I seem to be under-adjusting it, so I'll figure it out. So that was Surina's turn. The orc is reeling back in pain, and he is hurting. Back to the slaver leader's turn. And he is going to run across here. He's going to jump down, and then run over here to where Surina
taking my reaction because he left my threat range.
Yep, you can do so. These were supposed to be hard, I thought, though. I think I need to throw another one in. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And she misses terribly.
Nope.
And at this point, the bandit leader runs forward and he brandishes this black sword and he swings and he hits barely. Yes, he will hit barely, and the blade will do. Where is it?
She has 16 AC, not 18. It should say that. No, it does.
All right, so he hits more than barely, and he will deal 9 damage and sneak attack. Another 11 damage. So 20 damage.
How is that
Wow.
sneak attack? She was kind of aware of the fight.
Because 5e has a whole thing. If you're next to an ally fighting an enemy, you get sneak attack.
Yeah. All right.
So I might have. Wait, hold on. I can do my reaction attack against him. Actually, my spell reaction, whatever the hell it is. It's if the sheet would actually be kind to me.
You know,
Never.
No, I thought that was just if he triggers an attack of opportunity.
As a reaction to being hit from 5 feet away.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And you know what? I'm gonna use Channel Divinity and deal him 16 damage. And I'm just gonna roll it anyways.
Channel Divinity.
Well, you also have to give him the DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to do the full thing. It's going to be DC 13. So is it just going to be him? Yes.
Yeah, it's only him.
And he will make his save.
Damn it.
Actually, I take it back. I didn't make this too easy. All the damage is on one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. and now he's nearly murdering the healer.
Yeah. All right, so then it'll be to Alana's turn.
All right. First off, I'm going to use Quicken Spell and 1 sorcery point to cast Scorching Ray again.
All right.
Just pull them up. And I'll just cast it 3 times again because I don't know how else to do it.
All right.
And this time
I would suggest taking care of the orc.
I was going to say this time I was going to put all 3 on the bandit leader.
All right. All 3 on the bandit leader. So the first 2 will hit, the last one will miss.
I would suggest the orc actually, because the orc is hurt. And that way he loses sneak attack from the orc. So Surina has more of a chance to survive.
Fair enough, but I already said what my action would be.
So the first 2 will hit, the last one will miss, and that'll do 10 damage.
And then with my actual action...
And by the way, before you continue, at this point, as the 3 Scorching Rays curve around Surina to impact this bandit leader with this black, wicked sword, parts of his armor just start to burst into flames as he feels as his body's scorched. You can smell burning flesh in the air, and he kind of reels back, staggering a little. He's not doing too well.
And then I was going to cast Witch Bolt on him, too.
All right.
That misses.
Yo,
miss.
Falana, if Surina doesn't die, move out of the way so she can cast Thundershock.
And at this point, Slaver 1, he is still angry at Falana for lighting his beard on fire. So
Alana. What one, Alana or Falana?
Both of them have lit his facial hair on fire, and he's going to attack the nearest one. So he's going to shoot at Falana. And what's her AC currently?
16.
13 plus Dex, since she used Mage Armor.
13 plus Dex means it's 16. He will hit barely. And he will do 3 damage. And he is not leaving his little perch. So, by the way, if you would want to get up to melee him, you would have to go up the stairs and everything. But I don't think anyone cares at the moment. Next up is Falana's turn.
Mm.
15-foot cone, right?
For what?
Because Thunderous Wave.
Thunder. It's like Thunderclap, I think is the spell you mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be, what is it? If this bloody thing would actually work with me. Yeah, I actually haven't set up any of her level 2 spells, which is annoying, but we'll live. Thunder Wave, the 15 feet cube. I want her out of the way so that way I can hit both of the wounded
Yeah,
people
so
in front of me.
if Falana just moves one to the right, she'll be fine.
Let me also start checking my level 1 spells with the D&D app.
All right. And then what is Falana going to do?
Damn you!
Doop.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to do calculations here real fast.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out where I could put sleep to hit them, all three of them. If I'm in radius, I'm not concerned.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Surina could use Hold Person or something.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Which one looks like he's in best shape right now?
The one in the best shape is actually the dwarf and the leader, I think.
They're in the best shape, just looking at their posture and everything?
They're all hurting very badly at this point. They all look fairly weak. The orc is probably the weakest, the dwarf after that.
All right, then. Plan B. I'm going to use Hypnotic Gaze because it's off of voice on the leader.
All right. Not a voice on the leader. You have a thing for it? All right. Well,
Character sheet decided to minimize.
Ooh, I have Shatter. That's nice.
he makes his DC.
Oh.
You son of a bitch.
I'm not trying to do it. You really should have just attacked him.
Should I use Shatter instead? From the looks of it, it's a second level spell, and it's a 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half that half
Do you have
that.
your AoE healing yet?
She doesn't know. She does not have AoE heal yet. You're looking at Shatter.
Yeah. Prayer of Healing. She can still have Prayer of Healing.
That's a 10-minute cast.
Yeah. She doesn't have any AoE healing then. At least not from what I can see, because this thing is actually kind of poorly set up.
She could use Shatter. It's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, but
so I think you'd be better off using Thunder right now.
Yeah. Wait. What's Thunder Wave? What's Thunder Wave set up where? Thunder Wave. 15-foot cube.
Yeah.
So
15-foot cube. You could have something like, get on the cubes. You have something like this. You wouldn't be able to hit all of them, but you would hit 2 of them and not anyone else. Yeah, Shatter is placed, we know.
Okay. And let's do that. Shatter.
Shatter can't be placed. It's just the issue of friendly fire.
Yeah, friendly fire, because we keep on setting. I don't know.
Yeah. So
because Falana didn't move as far, because I didn't realize until just now that I had Shatter. I could have Shatter available because I never set up my level 1 spells, so I can't technically prepare them.
Actually, yeah, Hypnotic Gaze wouldn't have worked anyway. Yeah, Hypnotic Gaze wouldn't have worked anyway.
So Hold Person would be used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just Hold Person just to double check. It could save us effort here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Surina can cast Hold Person, but she's kind of in the mood to murder something.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Surina will be able to attack, so Falana, you gonna try Hold Person instead, going back to your turn? Doop, doop, doop. And everyone drops out of column. Doop, 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 doop. Quiet. It's eerily quiet.
I had to mute because still TV and all that shit.
Yeah, no, it's like eerily quiet. Yeah, I know it's because Lily isn't around.
That character sheet's bugging. Give me a moment.
You want me to hit hold person for you?
Please do.
Who's it being cast on?
Later.
On the leader? Alright. Wow, that's level 2. Yep, I didn't enter that thing. So hold person on the leader, his save. He fails it. He fails it hard. And he is paralyzed. So now it's Serina's turn. I'll throw that down, that's good enough. So now it's Serina's turn, and Serina was going to do the thunder.
Yep, let the thunder rain down.
Alright.
And yeah, we're already doing it, so let's hope damage. Hey!
Thunder wave. Alright, first one. Makes a save. Leader! I don't think I actually roll a save, but he failed it anyway, so that saves me problems.
So if we're rounding up, the orc takes 6 damage. If we're rounding down, orc takes 5, and the leader takes 11.
Regardless, the orc falls to the ground, dead. The leader, would have already failed. He would automatically fail to save. He gets pushed back 10 feet, falls to the ground, dead.
Yay!
And that just leaves the dwarf. So you are dead. And I never actually put the orc on. Cool. The orc would have gone next anyway. So next is Elana's turn.
So, yeah, also Serina's claiming that blade because apparently it's a good blade.
Not yet. We'll collect it. We need to actually gather together first and foremost.
Yep.
And yes, JB's right. It's strength and dex.
I rolled it for it anyway, and he failed it regardless. So
okay.
And so it's Elana's turn, and there's just a dwarf left alive, and he's looking a little wary now that his fellows have died.
It's kind of funny because Serena basically threw a dead body at Falana.
How high is the thing right here?
It'd probably be like 10 feet
up,
up, but you'd be able to see the dwarf from there. And
I'm just curious because the only cantrip damaging spell that I have that could hit would have been Thunderclap, but it's with a 5-foot range.
Yeah, no, I don't think you'd be able to do that with Thunderclap.
I don't think it actually emanates. Oh wait, no, it does emanate from me, doesn't it? Yep. I'll just kind of move here and out of his range of view and hope to not get hit.
All right, and
not get hit. Yeah.
And then I go to Slaver 1's turn, and Slaver 1 is. And he's gonna book it. That's actually too far, so he's booking it that far because he's a dwarf. I gotta remember the slower. He's trying to run away. Falana's turn.
So, do we want to try and kill him, or what?
You know
It's up
what?
to you.
How far away from the stairs is he?
From the what?
From the stairs?
Like, what do you mean?
There's an exit on the other side, correct?
Yes. To fully get away, he would be. It'd take him a full turn of dashing.
Because Serena can
He's
try
gonna
to
alert
cantrips.
He's gonna alert the people above. We have to take him out now. There's no way.
Got it. Then we'll focus on it. If you don't want to use your spells, then you can try and get closer to him and stab him. Serena's probably just going to use her cantrip.
Firebolt gets a cantrip.
All right. And it will miss. Are you going to do anything else with Falana's turn, or was that it?
I'll move in to at least get in range. That way, if he does leave, I could try to stab.
Yep. All right. And other than that, it will be Serena's turn once Falana moves. All right, Serena's turn.
Okay, she's technically left. Well, Elana still has the light because Surina dropped her torch, but whatever.
This room's
Let's see.
lit. I believe this room's actually lit.
Alright, and Sacred Flame the Dwarfy Dwarf.
Sacred Flaming Dwarfy Dwarf. Dwarfy Dwarf! He fails to save. Dwarfy Dwarf is dead. So the Sacred Flame bursts down from the ceiling of the cavern and strikes the dwarf right on the head. He falls to the ground dead, his hair still smoldering.
Search them for keys. We're gonna free what slaves are here.
All
We
right.
can tell you how to get out of here.
All right, so you search the dwarf for a key, and you find one pretty easily for the cage, so you can open up the cage and let the people out.
Serena's gonna spend
You're
at least
free?
one of her spells to heal herself.
You're free. Notify the guards of what happened to you and where this place is. There are no bodies. We're saving you now. Go out through the cave exit.
Yeah, they all look a little wary at at Falana's statement. None of them are too sure of what they should be doing, if they should just listen to her or what have you. And as they do that, surprise, surprise, who walks in? But the same tiefling that you all saw earlier, that Elana saw earlier, and the one who spoke to you at the Coliseum. Oh, not to worry. We'll make sure they've gotten out of here safely and that it's all taken care of. You did a nice work here dealing with these slavers, by the way.
Garrett, is that you?
At this point, because he's now finally just like kind of staying in one spot, Alana's going to walk up to him and just kind of like all 4 feet of her is just gonna like poke him in his chest, like, "Who are you?" and just like all those questions, like in a just really quick blur, like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" and blah 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 blah.
And he just laughs, pushing Elana away a little bit. Oh, I'm nobody important. I would just have a stake in releasing the Colosseum from the grip of these slavers and their games as they run currently.
Serena says, "Well, that gets our friend free, and hopefully you profit from your endeavor without following in the slavers' footsteps."
He grins wildly at the prophet in the favor comments. Yes, that is the hope. Not to worry, everything will be taken care of, but there's still one less thing to be taken care of. Rogar must die, and if your friend does everything that it seems she will, that will be taken care of very easily.
Why don't we just resort to assassination? It'll be a lot faster, a lot easier. It'll be
And he just laughs loudly at this. My dear, if assassination was the answer, it would have been taken care of weeks ago. No, this needs to be done in the arena publicly so that ownership can be passed safely on to the next without any complications.
public execution works as well.
Were it that easy, believe me. No, things will be taken care of, not to worry, and once this is all taken care of, I might be able to provide you a bit of information that you need. Anyway, I'll leave you to whatever you wish to do here. Take anything you like. I have no need of it. And with
I
that,
need to free my friend, so if you don't mind, guide me there. Now.
and he smiles and shakes his head. Your friend will be freed soon. But while Rogar is alive, neither of your friends can be freed.
And with that, I'm guessing he just like walks away.
Yeah, he calls for the people here, and all of them leave. Why are you a map? You should not be a map.
Serena's going to loot the bodies for the weapons because she's been feeling like she needs something a little bit more quick than the
Party
great
loot it for now.
great hammer. Yeah, party loot it for now. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, so all of them walk out freely, and the tiefling, he just had an extremely smug expression on his face the entire time. Like everything he had going on was falling exactly as he had planned.
Now, Now,
All
Lily
right.
doesn't get
Could I
anything.
just like on his like just
All right.
after the fact like whole thing? Could I do an insight on the tiefling because he still kind of rubs me the wrong way?
Go ahead.
No.
I'll go ahead and do it, if only because he is suspicious.
Yep. Go ahead. Okay.
Bring it. Elf insight for the win.
All right. So Falana, being insightful as she can, she gets a few hints off of, or a few feelings about what this tiefling was about. First of all, she feels that his word was truthful, but that he wasn't saying everything.
Goddamn noble games. This is why I hate nobles. This
Yeah.
is why.
But she can tell that he was being honest, that he was intending to get these people out of here. He was intending or wanting to get the Colosseum as it runs currently stopped. And he does apparently seem to not wish to see harm to your friend Lily. So he does seem to be on the level about that, but she can also tell he's not saying everything, and seems to be, there's something just a little off about him in general.
If I may, even as an out of character statement, I will say this. He's manipulating the noble families to try and get someone in power, but he wants. It's a matter of he's not exactly good. I'm not going to say this because first thing I'm going to say is goddamn games of nobles. I hate this shit.
All of that. So I assume you're going to be looking around in this area?
Yeah, I'll search around
Yeah,
if anything because I'm wounded and there's not much else I can do right now.
Yeah, but first, should I use Prayer of Healing? Serena's probably not going to use much of her higher level slots, and she might as well.
Yeah, you can use Prayer of Healing, and while you're casting that spell, everyone can wander around the area and search.
Yeah, just make sure you're within range. Let me just look
On
that
my
up
screen,
quickly.
Serena just
What
disappeared.
is the range just
Yeah,
for...
Serena probably moved under somebody.
No,
Oh.
I'm.
Yeah.
You were
I-
under me.
All right, so yeah, just don't worry about the range for now. I'm going to say you'll be in range when the cast actually goes out, so everyone's going to be looking around. So where are you looking around first and foremost?
Okay, let me just.
I'll look up
You
here.
can do that.
All right, so you're looking up there. There's a few things up there. Just a notebook listing like the slaves that have just been brought in. Most of the people who are there currently were just no one particularly important, but she sees that there are two important notes. One, the description matching Chase, and the other matching Lily. The one matching Lily doesn't seem to make any note at all about her being a noble or anything like that, as though the slavers did not know.
All right. And anything?
How do I determine my spellcasting mod?
What's your wisdom modifier?
3.
That's your
That's your spellcasting mod.
Okay.
All right. And what were you going about, Alto?
I was gonna say, does it say anything special about Shay?
It doesn't mention anything special about her other than the assumption that she's like a half demon or something, maybe half dragonborn. They don't know, but talking about how they might be able to get a good price for her as well.
I was more saying
At
like,
least if they could get her away from Rogar. And there's like some writing there below who complains about how Rogar has put a rather strong interest in her.
we haven't noticed.
Yeah, it's not like she's been chained up in his box where he can look at her whenever he wants.
Yeah. All right. Falana, your turn.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
actually trying to use message to communicate to
You're too far.
Chase.
You're too far away.
Are we too far?
Yeah, message is just you look at somebody within 120 feet and you whisper a message that only that person can hear. They
I
can
thought it
return in
might
kind.
work. I thought it knew if you...
No,
if-
you're not using sending. And you're too far away for message to reach her regardless. You're not using sending. Sending is the 25 words or less, as long as you know the person.
All right, we'll take a short rest here, Ben. If anything, so I could use Arcane Recovery just in the event of an emergency.
Yeah.
And then we'll go ahead. We'll head back up and start communication.
Gonna check the other scaffolding or
I
anything
was
else around here?
thinking we should check the entire room.
All right.
Yeah, we're searching the entire room.
All right. So searching around the room, you do find, this is going to be pretty obvious to find, I expect, since you recognize it. You do find Lily's armor and much of her equipment, but not her sword.
Hmm.
The beds themselves, they're rather crappily made beds. They're just thrown about in a helter-skelter fashion. They're just like bedrolls on the floor for people to sleep in.
But
Nothing
yeah,
important
sorry.
about that. There is a small shrine up to the right, which it's weathered. You can barely see anything about it. It's just got like a little dragon type statue on it, but it's so worn that you can't make out what it is, and it doesn't look like the slavers actually picked this location for that, only that it was a good place for them to hide. All right, and I'm expecting somebody is going to go up and check the scaffolding with the bed on it.
Yeah.
All right, so roll an investigation check there. Whoever's searching there.
I'll do it.
All right. So,
Do you guys need Surina to investigate anything, or is she still technically out from her chanting?
since you're taking a short rest here as well, she would have plenty of time to look around. I figure you're not doing anything too strenuous.
I found nothing.
Yeah, Alto's looking around. She didn't find anything too particular. There wasn't anything fancy on the desk. Like there was a little book probably left behind by the slave leader, and there was a small chest which she was having trouble opening, locked or something.
We can search for bodies. They probably have a key to the chest as well. Especially the leader here.
All right, so searching the leader.
Yep.
All right, the leader.
Also, what about the... Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah. So searching the leader, on the leader's body, which thing is it? Slave leader. He has a few things on him. He has a set of leather armor or actually he has no proper armor, just the civilian type clothing he was wearing as to look less conspicuous. As for weapons, he has a small hand crossbow and then the black short sword he had. And searching his pockets further, you do find a small key.
That's for the chest. I'll go ahead and open the chest, and we'll add that to party loot as well.
All right.
I heard something about a dragon statue. Where is that?
It's over here. It's like a small shrine. It's very worn. There's nothing particular that can be made out about it at this point any longer. It looks... If you want to do... what would be the proper check for it? History is an intelligence check, right?
Yeah.
I would say you could roll history or religion, so you probably want to roll religion.
Religion, definitely, because she's at least skilled in that. But
yeah, roll religion.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the dice gods say, because they have not been kind to Surina this time.
Wow! That is like
My favorite
super crit
kind.
technology right there. All right. So Surina isn't actually sure what the dragon is worshipped for or anything of that kind. It doesn't match anything in her scriptures, anything that she was taught, anything of the sort. She can, however, tell that it is extremely old. Actually, from what she saw of the bridge up in the city itself, it's probably as old, if not older than that bridge, which means it predates many, many civilizations in this area.
Perhaps a statue worshiping a dragon, maybe kobold or something. Who knows?
Can't actually tell the color or anything of the sort. It's very worn stone. If there was a covering over it with like gems or the coloration, it's been worn away by the ages.
Well, Surina finally got something okay, but something that was completely okay.
Yeah.
Also, there's apparently this exit back here. Do we want to go through it?
You might be able to investigate that later. I expect you still want to search around here.
We're going to come back here, if anything. However, we do need to go at least witness the events above.
All right.
And we don't know where that leads to. We could end up in the arena itself. I'd rather not have that happen.
Yeah. All right. So you're going up to open the treasure chest, I assume? Check to see if he will open it? All right. So Falana goes do that?
With the key.
All right, so Falana goes up and, surprise, surprise, the key fits in perfectly, allowing her to open the chest. Inside, it looks like there were the spoils taken from many of the people they had captured and enslaved here. There's about 500 GP sitting around, 2 Sobels, 2 Jades, and 2 Pearls.
We're going to have to find a way to get that returned. We'll add it to party loot. Just keep a note. That's not ours. It's technically theirs. It's not spoils of war this time.
I am interested in that sword though, because
Bring it with us. We need to investigate it first.
Yeah.
Probably want to investigate it first. So is there anything else you would like to do here, or say during this short rest, would you want to spend that time investigating the sword?
Let's spend that investigating the sword.
I'll take a look at the sword, if only because I don't have much to do during 10 minutes.
All right.
All right.
So I'm going to say during the short rest, who's investigating it? Like, who's looking over the sword?
Well, if it's an int check, it's probably going to be Falana who's doing it best.
It doesn't matter who. I'm just curious as to who's doing it.
Alana would, if only because she does have experience with weapons.
And
All right.
Elana's going to just like keep an eye on it to see if she can learn anything about it.
All right. So
And I'm using detect magic.
And Surina's just going to sit back and relax after finally getting something right for today.
all right, and you're using detect magic as well.
Yes.
All right. So while using detect magic, first of all, the sword is magical. That is rather blatant. It doesn't really shock anyone. More surprising, one of the pearls you found is also magical.
It's a pearl of power, isn't it? Sorry, or a character. Okay. My bad. I just know that item. Really common.
Yeah, more surprising is one of the pearls is magical. Now, for the sword itself, whoever is spending the time in the short rest to investigate it, they will get a feeling to it. Now, this black sword, it's a powerful blade. It thirsts for the blood of its enemies, and it will cut very deeply into them, doing greater damage than would normally happen. So, in game turns, essentially, it's going to be a +2 short sword.
+2 or
A +2 short sword.
Okay.
Damn, and Surina managed to survive that.
No, Surina managed to survive that and the sneak attack.
Yeah, the sneak attack was the deadly part there, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took 20. She took 20 damage from those.
And the pearl.
The pearl of power. You would have been able to investigate that as well. I assume somebody else would have spent the time investigating it.
Once pointed out it was magical, Elana would have.
Yeah, it's magical. So the pearl of power itself, I half remember what it does, but I want to just be able to reference it so I can say better.
It restores us.
Yeah, you can tell that it is a pearl which has been infused with power. Surprise, surprise. And with there's some sort of word of command limiting its use, but when it's properly triggered, you get the feeling that you could pull its power out of it and use it to replenish your own.
All right.
So basically, you can keep re-enchanting pearls to hold extra spells. That's cool.
And push comes shove, it counts as a pearl that's worth more than 100 gold, so you could use it for identify.
I don't have that.
I'm joking.
I'm going to wait till somebody attunes to it before I go further into it, because that is another thing you can tell. You can tell that the pearl does require tuning. The sword does not.
We're going to set the pearl aside, and we will argue this later. As of right now,
well, I was thinking it'd probably be between me and Falana who would fight over it anyway.
So Surina probably wouldn't take it. She'd probably give it to the ones whose main use in combat is to use it. Most of her spells are going to go to...
It's just a short sword, Lily.
But yeah,
I already explained that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Of course.
No.
All right. Well, you're going to finish up your rest here with all this new knowledge gained in hand. Is there anything else you would like to do here? Would you like to go back out the sewer tunnel or back the way you came initially? Or back up to the entrance over here or back the way you came?
I turn for we can always come back.
Yeah, let's head back up the way we came in. We'll have to debate between who gets the short sword, though.
Yeah. As for now, with this being done, most of the rest of combat is essentially on Lily, And with JB being unable to talk, I think I'm half content to end things off here.
Well, I guess it's on Jeebs. If he
Yeah.
really wants to do it, then he can.
Yeah, because a lot of
Unmute.
dealing with Rogar will, spoilers, be on Lily's hand. And yes, it has been over 3 hours, so I think we're pretty good to end it off here.
That's
Wait.
all on JB, to be perfectly honest. JB wants to do that combat, so we're done with this entire situation.
Rogar isn't the next fight. There's a fight before Rogar.
Wait, isn't it 2 hours?
We started a little early, not too early, so we've been at this for about 3.
We're 3 hours and 3 minutes in.
Yeah, the call started a little early, so I'm going to say we're about 3 hours in. We have a little bit to do with that, so there'd be a bit of talking and everything before that. Rogar being fought, wrapping that up, wrapping something else up here in town.
If
and
you guys
then...
are okay with a little bit of background noise, I can probably do a fight.
Alright, then let's go through at least the next fight here.
Yeah,
I can walk you through how to engage the...
Alright, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Alright, so we're going to go back.
Yeah.
Because
so heading back.
I would have to mute the stream thing as well. It's not useful for me.
Yeah. So heading back up to the arena then with everyone here. So you've been taken off the arena. You are dead.
Oh no.
Dead. Yeah, that was the same thing, huh?
Sir, were you handling the party loot stuff? Were you adding stuff to party loot?
Am I?
Did I make a thing for party loot? Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. We never set up who was actually going to take care of it.
Anyone can edit it.
Anyone can edit it. So if you want to throw something in there, throw it in there.
Okay, then let me edit it. Just remind me what loot we got. We got the short sword +2. I'm gonna leave down party. I'm gonna mark down what actually.
Yeah, just make sure it's a black short sword. Just black +2 short sword.
Short sword, and then I'm gonna mark down loot to be returned. So 500-ish GP. We also got a pearl of power.
A pearl, and then two jades and 2 crucibles.
And how do you spell that last one?
I'm just gonna copy it out. So, it is this.
Chase a barrel?
Just a barrel. Yeah, something like that. I don't freaking know. All I know is I rolled some gems randomly, and I got a pearl in one of them. I got 2 doubles and then a pearl, and I'm like, I should throw pearl power in. Because it's like all doubles, nobody will expect it.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, I would have preferred a normal pearl because
there's a second there's a second non-magical pearl that was.
Yeah, there's just a regular pearl with it as well.
And how much gold was on the slave? How much gold was on the slavers specifically?
On the slavers themselves, you probably found about 50 in total.
Okay, so that's 75 gold. That's definitely ours, and loot that might need to be returned is around 500 gold, 2 jade, 2 chase a barrel, and 1 pearl. And we'll take the pearl of power as part of our reward loot.
And I don't
add the regular pearl in too because I kind of want it for identify.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll take the pearl. Then we'll take the pearls. Girls want pearls.
Yeah. Did Alto take the book she found with the information? Okay.
So should I mark that down in party loot?
Out of it.
What was that?
Should I mark the book down in party loot or no?
Please do.
Yeah, mark it down so we remember we have it.
Okay, so what should I name it?
Slaver's book.
Slaver info book.
Yeah, that works. All right, so.
All right, got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be before the rest of the party gets back, so just ignore that your tokens are there. But at this point, it's gonna be around time for the next fight. So Lily will have rested up a little bit and be called forward to the next fight. Maid Girl Mara will not be here. I am on the wrong thing.
Would Lily have noticed them in the stands at all? Probably not, but...
Noticed who?
The 3 friends of hers.
Well, if she kept looking at Rogar, no, because they would have been behind her.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she probably wasn't paying attention when she was fighting, so...
And
Yeah.
none of us actively went to say hello. Like, Surina was praying for her success, but she was kind of just, like,
Yeah.
sitting there feeling kind of useless.
Would she
Yeah.
have felt that prayer any?
She would have been
No.
feeling like a little safe-ish, I assume, but she's still in the middle of arena, so it's kind of was overpowered.
Mhm.
All right, so at this point, the group is not back yet, so they're still taking their rest and are getting ready to come back. So it's just Lily in the arena. I'm not actually going to get rid of the tokens there. I don't.
I'm gonna step out for a smoke while this is happening.
Yeah, you go ahead. So Lily will come back out into the arena,
Gonna step
And-
forward 15 feet.
and Rogar steps forward onto the pedestal again to speak out, and he looks still a little annoyed, but he's back in his normal smug mood. Ah, yes, our great warrior. Now for the best fight of the night. This young warrior who thinks she can take anything we can throw at her. Let's see how she can deal with a lion. And on the far side of the arena, Lily can hear snarling and everything else as the cage is opened up. And a giant, a large lion comes running out.
Aw,
So
it's a
they're
cutie.
thinking so they think a lion is going to be more scary than the giant orc abomination thing.
Yeah,
You'd be
Yes.
surprised.
the orc probably was scarier to her.
Yeah. She's going
Right now,
she's going to
Lily's.
get, yeah.
And the lion just slowly starts to pace around forward a little bit.
Right now, Lily's just thinking, kitty.
Yeah, so Lily gonna move
rolling
forward?
it?
Yeah, knit time.
Then before the lion has like 26. Oh, just 20.
Alright.
And the lion has a huge sprite to it, so it's gonna take forever to load in. Oh wait, no, it's a skinny one. Okay.
Yeah, so the lion's just gonna move forward a little bit and wait for Lily to act. But it's pacing forward, snarling the entire way.
Does it look hungry?
It looks starving.
Lily doesn't have any real options to her. She's gonna pace around behind the pillar and stay right here.
Alright. And at this point, the lion will turn to Lily, and it will rush forward.
Yeah, I should have said she was preparing an action. Sorry.
Well, if you... yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay. She'll prepare. If it gets within range, she'll attack.
Alright, so she'll have one attack.
Spear still.
Yep.
Can't give her
And
a real
she'll
weapon.
hit. And she'll
hold
hit,
on,
so-
hold on.
You can't... I'm not going to say you can do anything else because you prepared just an attack.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, prepared attacks are kind of fuzzy anyway, so I'm just
Yeah.
you prepared. You said it came closer, you were going to attack. You didn't say that you were going to superiority die attack or whatever special thing
Yeah.
there.
The thing with superiority die is it's really hard to prepare it because you only really use it if you know it hits. So, but yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so you rush for the lion. You hold its you hold the spear out, trying to catch it. You catch the lion in the right across the side of the face, ripping off part of its cheek, blood splattering everywhere as it still comes forward and attacks you. So it will attack with its claws. And it will hit,
Lion claws.
dealing 5 damage.
Okay.
Now then, make a strength save. Lion rushes forward, clawing at Lily with its sharp, with its sharp claws. I don't want to say claws and claws. Clawing at Lily with its sharp claws. She staggers back a little bit, feeling herself start to go off balance before she regains her footing, not letting herself fall to the ground. Lion's turn is over. Lily's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna read this thing again. Okay, so that does work on large. All right. Just gonna attack.
All right. That'll...
With that, she's going to use trip attack.
And it makes it save.
Crap. All right, and yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. She's gonna just hit him with that.
So it's just going to be 11 damage?
Uh,
Or do I add...
It's only the save is only to be knocked prone. You still add the damage in.
Alright, so I still... I don't really know. That seems silly. But
I
you
have
did
double
use your
checked that, but I'm
spell.
pretty sure because it's the superiority die.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm still looking at it myself.
Mhm.
So that was tripping? Trip attack?
Yep. Trip attack says you can expend one.
Yep, you add the damage to the dice roll, so yep. So it's going to be 19 damage. Yeah, I think my biggest problem here is I underestimated Lily.
Lily's awesome. Especially,
Yeah.
I told you once she gets her maneuver, her superior die. I can't talk. She'll be awesome. So.
Yeah, I
It's the
underestimated.
power game.
Yeah, so as the lion comes through and you trip it with its leg, you knock one of its legs out of the way, stab into its paw, and it roars in pain, the crowd echoing its cries with cheers and everything else, seeing the spectacle going on below it. Its paw is bleeding as it pulls it back, but it stalks around you, still looking rather hungry, rather determined.
Poor kitty.
Poor kitty.
She does not feel happy about killing this lion.
Really, this lion would claw her face off if it had the chance.
Would,
And the lion,
would you
speaking of-
allow her as a bonus action to attempt to use animal handling?
At disadvantage since you just stabbed it, yes.
Crap. Too bad it's not advantage. She's just gonna be like, good kitty.
And it's just gonna snarl back in return and try to try to bite at her. And the bite will hit. It's also gonna try to claw, but it will not. What's your AC currently?
14.
It will not be able to claw her properly, but it does bite her, and the bite will do 7 damage.
Okay. Lily is going to use Repost for the bite.
And it will fail to hit and not do anything.
That's a double fail.
That's a great fail.
And now it's Lily's turn.
She's gonna attack while moving around to its side.
All right.
And
seems
no
stupid like that.
no maneuverability.
All right, so that'll hit effortlessly. So as Lily comes around it, she drags her spear across its side, blood spitting everywhere as it takes more damage. It's starting to look a lot slower now. The lion looking rather weak at this point from everything that's happened.
As a bonus, she is going to use Second Wind.
All right.
That's nice. I like that. Good job, Lily.
All right, and back to the lion's turn. It's going to try and bite you again, and it will manage to bite you, doing 4 damage.
Okay.
And Lily's turn.
Another attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be enough. So Lily, bring her spear around one more time, thrusts it into the lion's side, the end of the spear poking all the way through the other side, even of this large creature, as it slowly starts to slump to the ground, blood spitting out of its blood, leaking into its fur as it stains red.
She's just going to walk past the lion, and with the blood still dripping off her spear, she's going to whip it towards the Dragonborn, blood flying off the tips towards him, and point it directly at him.
All right, roll an attack.
Oh, awesome. With the spear?
Yeah, it'll be disadvantaged because of range, but roll an attack. And the spear will fall short.
Well, she's not
And
throwing the spear. She's just whipping it towards him while still holding on to it. Sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, my apologies. The blood falls short, splattering against a statue far below, but you can see the Dragonborn is just growling with rage at this point, and the Tiefling stands up again. And it's like, well, if she makes you so angry, why don't you go put her in your place yourself, Rogar? Or are you afraid a small child will beat you? The Dragonborn he erupts at that statement, Fine! This child wants a fight! I'll give her a real fight!
Okay, I'll go get stabbed on her spear because she's better at it than a dude is.
Don't
And
worry,
he
this
turn-
Dragonborn's like a level 10 person, I know.
And he turns around and he walks out of the back of the stage, leaving the tiefling by himself as he grins well. My, you really did bring it out. He'll be down shortly for a proper fight. So, let the betting begin. Who do you think will win? Champion or this newcomer?
Lily's
I were
going
you-
to put the spear behind her back as she bows towards the tiefling. As she comes up from her bow, she's going to wink at him.
If I were you, child, I would suggest you run back in. Try to rest a little bit before this ends. Be in a good position for
The
his
line should
fight.
be a 2x1, by the way, and I'm back.
I don't care. I made it extra wide. It said large 10 by 10. I did it large 10 by 10.
Yeah, larger
that's weird.
that size. But yeah, she's as she heads back towards her cage, I guess.
Yeah.
She's going to look around at the Colosseum and see. She's trying to take stock of who's around.
Alright. I expect the group would have returned just at this point in time to see the end of the fight and to hear that Rogar was going down to fight himself. As Lily gets back as well, the maid Mara will return again and she'll try to get Lily's attention holding a small bottle in her hand out for her.
Lily takes the bottle. She says, "What's this?"
Drink it quickly. You'll need to be at your best to defeat Rogar.
Lily takes a drink of it. She trusts this girl implicitly at this point. Hoping that it's not poison, but
And she drinks it.
she
As Lily
takes
drinks
12
it-
damage.
Yeah, as Lily drinks it, she feels what wounds she has left and everything else start to recede away. So, if you didn't use your second wind, you would have been back at full health.
Okay. Well, I was
But you
worried
used your
because
second
you had the potential to actually kill me at that point. So
Yeah, I know. Well, if she wasn't at full health now, she will be. And the maid also looks up past where Lily is, up to where the like there's a statue in front of the head box,
Mhm.
and she looks around. I suggest you be careful. If you're ever in real danger, check the statue for a weapon. And she steps away, going back into the shadows.
Alana puts 350 down on Lily.
All right.
It's basically just all the winnings that she's made up to this point.
Ilana has a better betting mind than Surina does. It's kind of funny.
She's just betting on her friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
just
really,
like-
when you think about it, what is she
And
doing?
but Serena's not even betting on anybody at all.
Lily
Right.
Lily is standing in full view of the crowd and is just cleaning off her weapon as she kind of glares at Rogar.
Yeah, and at
basically
this
just-
point,
Sorry.
at this point, it's been a few minutes. Rogar has finally come down to the arena himself. You can see he's dressed to be a gladiator himself. Versus his normal outfit, he is in full combat gear. He's not wearing much in the way of armor like the others. He is, however, carrying a large battle axe.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say he had her greatsword.
Oh no, no.
That would be rude.
That would be
rude.
very rude. No, he just has a great axe.
I was hoping, actually.
For a little bit, I'm switching over to Wi-Fi.
All right. And he just steps forward, still snorting in his rage.
More
All
of it.
right, you little whelp. You ready to put on a real fight?
More initiative.
Yeah, he's going right into the fight. He is not happy.
Also,
Uh,
Alana's betting is basically her way of rooting for Lily.
Yeah.
Lily looks back at him, points the spear at him, and says, "Where would you like me to put this?"
And he just keeps snorting at that as he steps forward. Lily's going to have the first go.
Oh, hey, we're
She's
actually
going
doing
to-
this. Yay!
She's going to rush towards the statue.
All right.
That would be a dash.
All right.
Can she?
I'm not going to say this is going to take a perception, because I would hope she'd recognize it. Now, the entire time she's been here, the statue has held a giant stone sword. Looking at it this time, it's a great sword. Her great sword.
Great sword.
She's
And
going.
though she can't see it, and neither can Rogar, if the others look across at the tiefling, you can see that he's smirking.
Lily is going to use her free action to interact with an object and pick up the greatsword.
All right.
And that probably is going to be her turn because she can't really do much else.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to step closer up to Lily, and he is going to do nothing much else for the second aside from ready in action to attack her if she gets close.
You shouldn't have told me that.
I know.
Yeah.
Lily is going to. Falana is making her way to the balcony to make the rescue easier. All right. Lily is going to throw her spear at what's his name? What is his name? Rogar.
Rogar.
And because it's a spear, it would be a strength attack stat. I don't have it set up as range, so it's going to say melee.
Yep. All right. That will actually miss.
I do
So the
have
spear-
I do have precision attack here that I could add, but you told me that it missed.
Does that have to be? Actually, this is Lily's turn. Does that have to be a
To it,
melee attack though?
I
Or
don't
can that-
believe so because fighters are good for range as well, but I can double check.
Just as a weapon attack. So
Yep. I was
Sure.
going to roll that, but will you allow me to roll that? Because you did say it misses.
were you going to roll it beforehand?
Yeah.
All right. If you were going to roll it beforehand, I will allow it.
Well, that doesn't help much.
Still misses.
All right, and she's going to use. She's going to use nothing else. She's going to stay there and wait for him to come forward.
All right. And then Rogar will come forward, and as he charges forward, you can see his nostrils flare. His eyes start to get this murderous look in his face as he jumps into a rage, bringing his great axe down. I said it was a great axe. I'm pretty sure I said it was a great axe.
You said great.
Battle axe. Is it battle axe? Bringing his battle axe down on Lily's head. Wow. Wow. He missed.
Lily is going to say too slow and repost with her great sword. Ah, crap. And I don't believe I can do a thing on that, and I don't really want to anyway, so.
You missed.
I missed. So she's going to move. I assume that's the end of his turn.
Yeah.
She's going to move closer towards the center, still within his range. Gonna swing again. Hopefully she'll hit this time. Oh, crap. She is going to... Crap.
She's joking, man. She's joking.
She's
She
choking.
can't choke.
She's choking.
Serena prays harder.
Yeah, please. She's going to action surge
All right.
and do it again. That time, I think
Hey!
with that.
Hey!
So after the two of them share several missed blows, Lily feels a surge of energy come around and swings the greatsword across in a massive cleave, catching Grogar across the chest.
And of course he adds the trip attack.
I'm going to add the trip attack, which is her last dice.
He makes a save.
Okay. She
Still takes
gets
6 more
extra
damage.
6 damage, so.
So that's 21 damage in one blow.
Yep.
Might take a leg off of that one.
And Rogar howls in pain, but he's still fighting rather strongly. And he turns around at Lily and lifts his his battle axe up, and brings it down on her. And he will hit. And he will deal
A lot.
10 damage.
My push to talk is off now, just a heads up, because I'm the only one here.
Cool.
Aha!
Yeah, so in his rage, he lifts his battle axe up and he brings it down in an arc across Lily, cutting through some of the leather straps and cutting into skin, blood oozing down from the wound as he brings his axe ready for more fighting.
Lily looks at him and grins. You don't know what kind of a mistake you just made. And misses greatly.
Yeah.
I feel like you should run away, Lily.
Maybe.
Yeah, Lily, why? Why? Why are you provoking him? Why are you
And
acting
it's about
like
this
that?
point. I don't want to do that though, but I think it will anyway. It's about this point she gets a message from Chase, which is only one word: run. All right, so then it's going to go back to Rogar's turn, and he is going to lift up his. Really, a 1. He is going to miss.
Badly. He also loses his grip on his weapon, doesn't he?
No, I'm not
in
doing
this
this.
system.
Aw.
All right.
That's not 3.5. That's a house roll thing that's always in there.
Yep.
All right. So then it's going to go back to Lily's turn.
Fumbles actually aren't a thing, believe it or not. So.
Running isn't going to do her any good, except it might give someone else an ability to help. So she's going to disengage.
Yeah, but then she's going to take a hit.
No, she's going to
Not if she
disengage
disengages.
Oh.
and move away and try to get in more towards the center of the arena.
All right. And as Lily runs away, you can Rogar kind of yells at her, snarling at her, and he starts to chase after her. And as he chases after her, if Lily looks back, she can see that he's kind of winded, breathing heavily. And his eyes have faded from the rage-filled glare he had earlier. All right. But he's going to run up forward, and he's going to make another attack. And that will hit, and he will do 7 damage.
You know, I'm kind of glad that that Lily was the one who got taken, because Surina would not be able to fight this guy.
Lily's going to attack again. Hopefully this hits. And is going to use her bonus to second wind. So.
Yeah.
Didn't she already use her second wind, though?
Nope, she got a short rest after. Oh, wait, yeah, I didn't take it off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All
Never
right.
mind,
So
ignore the second wind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
second
that
one
will
does-
hit, and as the greatsword comes across, catching Rogar in the chest, you can feel this would make a lot more purchase. He reels back, feeling a lot more pain from this hit than the one you got on him previously.
Which is funny, because she actually did more damage on the last hit than she did on this one.
Yes, it's almost like there's a reason for that.
Oh, he's being weakened. AKA
Lily,
somebody's pulling-
Alana's innocent. She would probably have, charmed person. him
Lily's
to
going
face.
to speak up. Go ahead and say what you were saying, Falana, but I wanted to say that before Silver does something.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Lily's going to speak up and say to Rogar, if you give up now, maybe I'll let you live.
And he just snorts at that.
Surina is just going to give her a talking to, because that's why. That's like really bad acting.
Yeah, and he just snorts at that, and you see him reel back a little bit, taking a deep breath, and he opens his mouth, a goal of fire reaching out to engulf Lily. Roll dex save. And
13's
Lily
the
will...
DC, isn't it?
Well,
Nope, Lily will fail the save.
Crap. I thought it was 13.
No,
Uh,
he has
depends.
outrageous constitution.
yeah, it's increased by con. It's base 8 and then something, and then
And she's going to take
something.
6 damage.
It's like 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your constitution.
It's proficiency bonus and whatever. But
Yeah, so 6 damage back to Lily.
Lily quickly looks up at Chase, seeing if another message comes, and is going to wait just a beat to see if something comes. No?
No messages come for her right now, but she can
She's,
see, looking up at Chase, you can see that Chase is moving more freely and that she appears to be away from the wall currently.
Okay, she didn't really notice the change.
Yeah, she didn't notice that, so it's going to be a thing that other people will notice.
Yeah, but she didn't wait long enough to lose her action, so she's just going to. Hopefully that means everything's good, so she's just going to swing.
All right, and that will hit.
Good.
Yeah. He'll take 11 damage. So at this point, Rogar kind of staggers back. He's using the great sword, or great sword. I keep wanting a great sword. Lily has a great sword. He starts using the battle axe as a bit of a walking stick to hold himself steady as he's staggering about, winded and wounded, blood gushing from his wounds.
Lily's not looking so great herself, but she says, "You seem to be hurting a little bit, Rogar." Does she know his name? She knows. His
Yeah,
name.
he called himself by his own name, so she would know his name.
Why don't we settle this over a cup of tea?
Tea for warriors? Ha! And he brings up his great axe again and swings it, and he misses terribly.
Phew. Lily's like, "You're right. I prefer Kai Latte."
And Lily will hit in the
Aiming at
great
his
sword.
head.
Yeah. And the Lily will hit, swinging her great sword up high as she catches his head right below the neck, cleaving right through it. The Dragonborn falling back onto his falling back as his head rolls across the arena. He is dead.
Lily is going to stab him about 3 more times, if you allow me to.
And at this point, the Tiefling is just kind of smirking. My, quite the feisty one, and she has defeated Rogar! Give it up for the new fighter! And the crowd is just erupting in cheers at this point.
Lily she pulls her sword out of Rogar, tries to lift it up, and then just kind of drops to the ground to one knee, and is panting heavily.
And he's just smiling. Love to go down there and congratulate you myself, but you look like you deserve a rest. It's not often one can defeat the old...
The old what?
Old barbarian. Well, why don't you head back into the rooms down below. We can get you some proper rest, and I'll meet you myself. So, that has been the end of the competition today, my people. Thank you for coming out! And he's just going on to greet the rest of the people as the maid that Lily had met earlier, Mara, comes out, takes her by the shoulder, and leads her back inside.
Before Mara pulls her fully into the whatever room, Lily's going to summon the last for strength and shout out at the top of her lungs, "For Haven!" And then
Oh boy! All right, so
yeah, and Serena's going to try and go and patch up Lily if she can.
all right. Well, at this point, the group there is going to get cut off by the tiefling, the other tiefling who was announcing all this stuff, and he'll just welcome there. It's like, good. So you're the group there. Follow me. I'll lead you right down to your friends. And right behind him at his side is Chase, so they can tell that she is okay. All right, you all reach down below. At this point, Lily is just in the main room. It's large. There's hay strewn about, and she's just sitting on a hay bale as her wounds are being tended to and as she's resting.
Does she gain any HP?
You're going to basically go into a short rest now, and you can go into a long rest later. So I would say, yeah, she can get back like 10 HP for now.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, the rest of the group is led into there by the other tiefling.
All right.
So is anyone going to rush forward to meet Lily?
Nope.
Yeah, Serena's going to go up and start patching her up, basically.
All right. And
Can she roll for that, or medicine, or nah?
You could roll medicine if you wish.
Might as well.
You ruined my plan to break them out during a Coliseum. I am actually kind of disappointed.
Why? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I go with the first one.
Yeah.
Because it just didn't work.
Yeah, Lily is pretty banged up, so it's taking a bit more of your attention and time to get her bandaged up. And as you take over, the maid, Mara, turns and looks at the tiefling. There you are, Excel. Starting to worry that she wouldn't be able to do that.
Lily takes notice of the name, but she also turns to Surina, and after thanking her, she says, "I did it. I saved the town."
Yes, saved the town, stopped all this dreadful things from happening. The games are going to be a lot different from now on. Hopefully none of this slavery issue.
Lily turns to. I'm sorry. What was his name again?
Excel.
Excel. She says, "Do you know who I am?"
Yes, actually, I do. Lily Callowin of Haven.
Daughter of the Viscount of Haven.
Yes, something to that extent. I was not told fully, only that you were from Haven and that you were some sort of noble.
Please accept not only my gratitude, but that also of Haven.
And he just kind of smirks and nods slowly. Perhaps, but it's not me you should be thanking. After all, I was not the one who orchestrated this takeover, and without you, to be honest, Rogar would still be doing what he was doing.
I'm glad I could help.
Oh, don't worry, I probably would have killed him regardless, just in a different way.
And he just laughs at that. Yes, but without killing him in the arena, without making it a public death, succession could not be passed on to the next in line. So then, I am to assume that you have no desire in actually being Grand Master of the Colosseum, Lily. Is this right?
Well, what are the perks?
Oh, there are several perks, but you would be required to stay here.
Can I take the job for one day and make some changes?
Oh, there will be plenty of changes made, not to worry.
Promise
Though
me that the slavery, all of this, the poor souls down in the cages, everyone will be let free. Only people who choose to fight here will be fighting.
They're already set free.
Yes, they were indeed already set free. I have been informed of that quite well.